Attention.
Before we continue, thinking back about the first section, I think I did skip some steps. I went on to some things that might be over some of your heads. So I want to take it back and really get a sense of what you want to get out of this section. What would be the most valuable for you? So far, from what I've heard during lunch period, I'm going to go over the basics on how to post, how to run hashtags, how to create a story, and then how to turn it into highlights. And then we'll get into the how to grow space. But I'll talk a little bit about LinkedIn and other platforms, just so you can diversify. But what else could you get out of this that would be beneficial to you? That you would say, yes, that was worth my hour extra.
I think the wording of hashtags, because
Okay. Why though?
sure, but you're supposed to put certain words.
But why are hashtags important? From your understanding.
I understand the concept, but I don't understand how to do it. Though.
Okay.
Because the word you put on the post or something
Yeah.
like that, it will determine how many people are going to follow or read that.
Kind of, yes.
Yeah.
But so hashtag specifically is a form of getting more organic reach, right? AKA free attention. What else would make this beneficial for you? I mean, you came back. So what? I'm here for you. What could I do? What could I explain or go through that would help you have a better understanding of social media? And it might just be to absorb.
Well, maybe how do we use Instagram to generate lead?
Yeah.
I guess
Okay. Specifics, right? See, in the first section, I went over how to use Instagram to save time, because I think even better than Instagram generating business and getting leads, what or who is better at generating leads? You are. Talking to people, talking to your circle about you doing real estate is the best form of them getting to know you, right? Okay. Anything else? And we'll wrap this up around 2:30. Okay, so just going backwards, this is my Instagram account. Okay, and I talked a little bit about the concept of organic reach, right? And Caleb, you asked, why should I not focus on Facebook? Because even if you have 6,000 friends, 5,000 friends, you might only reach 100 people, right? You can actually see the analytics. You might reach only 100 people. So I'm going to go through some of these posts. Let's say this one. Can you guys see the screen okay? Okay. So when it comes to discovery, right? I want you guys to look at this reach number.
You can touch the screen and it will I think it will.
Really? It's an Apple TV, so it's actually linked to my phone. But can you guys see these analytics right here? This is how many people I'm reaching, how many people that I potentially talk to, right? Let's say that I sell a new book. 30,000 people just saw that I was selling a new book, right? And you bring up the point of hashtags, right? Look how many views I got from hashtags. 12 people, right? All right, let's go to another example. Let's do this one. This is just so you guys can see the power of Instagram, right? Why you should use it. Yes? Yes. Let's do that. Let's turn everybody into a creator page right now, okay? So, everybody take out your phones, please. Let's use... Okay. Well... No, we'll use this one. Okay. So do you guys all see a similar page to this? This is like a baby page. Right? Started this like 2 days ago. Do you see the 3 bars right up here? Okay, click those 3 bars.
So I paused it, I took photos,
Sorry.
and I was
Clicked the wrong place.
Content. Okay. And you see the screen?
Yeah.
Okay, click settings. Okay, everybody made this far? Click account. Okay, now I want everybody to switch to creator account.
I don't use
I don't have that.
You don't have that? Okay, do you have business account?
It says I switched to professional.
Yeah.
Okay, professional account. That works too.
Click on that.
Yeah, click on that.
And then it asks creator of business.
Yeah, now if it asks creator or business. If you have the option to click creator.
Can I switch back?
Yeah, you can always switch back. If you don't have it, just stick with professional.
So switch to professional account?
If you have that option, or if you have access to the creator account, then select that. I would say so the reason most people would select business, I like people to select creator because it gives you more insights and it allows you to separate your direct messages. And direct messages are basically like texts, but if you can separate them, you can separate the ones that are important and the ones that are not so much.
Is there any features like the creator or business that has and the one that doesn't?
Yeah, basically just more insights. Creator gives you a little bit more insights. For example, has everybody changed it to one of the 2?
Yeah, no which caliber.
Well, I searched for something, but it's not there, so if it's not there, it's not there, right? Like creator, I don't know, just put that.
Yeah, you just have to figure that out later.
Okay.
Yeah, you can select one right now. You select actor. You can always change it.
Okay.
Can I ask you a one-on-one question?
Yes.
I know Facebook, you're supposed to create a business account.
Yeah.
page. Do they have the same rule for Instagram as well, or?
You don't have to select a business account.
Oh, okay.
But okay, all of this goes back to you being able to see your insights, right? How well a page did. If you hadn't had a professional page or a creator page in the past, you viewing your insights might not be possible right now because it wasn't collecting data. But if you want to take notes, this is how you do look at your insights once you've been one of these profiles for a while.
So basically, it's like a monitor how your site is.
Exactly. So let's say, so starting today, Instagram will start collecting data about everything that you post and give you information about what kind of content is working and what kind of content is not working. Okay, so going off of your post, right? Let's say you select a post, right? Once you get to this point, you can see your post, you can see comments, likes, whatever. You can click on the thing that says View Insights. Do you guys see that?
Well, I don't have the photos.
So
Okay.
I just want to make a point. So if you guys have the option only for business, first you enter into business account, and then it's going to give you the opportunity to enter as a creator, to switch to creator.
Oh, so it's 2 steps?
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
So you can switch to creator.
Okay, I put business.
Yeah.
Then it come out, then I need it, then there's a time, so I have to,
Yes.
I have to sign in.
Okay, so for those of you that
Come to choose.
have not posted yet, let's go over that quickly. So do you see at the bottom area of your Instagram, there's a thing that looks like a square and a plus symbol? Do you guys see that? Everybody see that? Okay. You can click that, and hopefully I don't have any weird photos. Okay. Okay, click the plus. You see this screen, right? Does everybody see the screen? What do you see? You're shaking your head.
Just my own pictures.
Exactly. It should be your own pictures.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, these are my photos. I don't know what's underneath, but okay. So now you can see all your photos, right? Do you guys all see your photos? And it might ask you, can I connect Instagram to my camera? You guys see all your photos? Okay. Once you like a photo, let's say, wait. You guys know how to take photos, right? Okay. So once you select the photo that you want to pick, you don't have to post right now, but this is just me walking through an example. Do you guys all see a photo that we can post? Then you're gonna click next. Next again. Well, the thing is, what you can do here is a way to make your grid all kind of go together is to pick one filter that you use on every single photo. These are your filters down here. Normal, whatever that is. But that's a simple way to make sure that your photos and videos kind of look similar to one another. You can just pick one. Simplify everything. Once you pick the one that you like, press next and write your caption. Okay? And a caption is just kind of what you want to say about the piece of content, whatever it is.
Is this where you put the hashtag or no?
No. I would recommend that you actually put the hashtags in your comments. Yeah, put your hashtags in your comments. But everyone's like, oh, hashtags? Hashtags used to work, but now hashtags is like, it's kind of saturated in the sense that a lot of people use it, and Instagram lowers the organic reach of hashtag usage now, when it used to not be the case in the past. Where it is still like usable is using hashtags that are very specific to you, like KW Realtors or Los Angeles real estate, something very specific. Sorry, what? Promotion? Promotion is the ability for you to promote your posts on Instagram, which I would not recommend. Because I would recommend mastering the ways to get as much organic reach as you can before you spend $1.
So you pay for the promotion.
Yeah, you pay for the promotion. But the people that just press promotion because they think more people will see it, I'd say a majority of them are wasting all their money. Because they don't even know what they're trying to measure against. Phone calls, leads.
So how do you share posts, make it organic though?
Yeah, we're gonna go over that soon.
Okay.
So let's say,
If we save questions for a minute towards the end, and we can stay on track, and then just write your questions down, and you can ask it for it, and so that actually this whole lecture can flow through, and then you can ask your community.
but I like the engagement.
Yeah.
That's good. And I think this is better for you guys. So, and then I just press share. So another topic, the reason why I didn't just post is because Jess and I spend a lot of time when it comes to how our grid looks and flows, right? We pre-plan it. So it's not, we don't think of each post by itself, but we'll think of each single post and the reason and purpose behind it, right? Having it merged and stuff like that, that's another fact, but we'll plan out a grid of 9 for the following month. So I want you guys to focus on scheduling your posts instead of saying, damn, I have to think about Instagram every single day. That's a waste of your time. If you can pre-plan your posts and put a strategy behind every single post, right, then there's a reason to it. So for example, the purpose of this post was asking what their current content marketing strategy was. Because in our business, we work with brands and have retainers, right? Where we take care of all of their content and then run advertisement and distribute their content so they can generate more leads, sales, whatever it is. So the purpose here is to get more clients that do not have a content marketing strategy, right? And let's see how this post did. Oh, so if you guys are here, you can see the View Insights tab, right? Does everybody see that on their phone? If you have a post already, let's say you post and everything, you'll have this thing when you click on the post that says View Insights, okay? When you click on View Insights, this post reached 20,000 people. So that's what I mean about the power of organic reach on Instagram and why I want you to focus on it, okay? Another example, similar kind of post. talk about where will social media marketing be in 2020 and beyond, right? Why is it important for you to focus on now? This post got 27,000, it reached 27,000 people. But even if your post reaches 100, and you spend an hour, you spent an hour to reach 100 people who might be interested in your content and what you're interested in what you do. Who here doesn't know how to post a story? People know how to post stories? Okay. So just to reiterate, if you go back to the bottom tab and you press the house symbol, right, which is on the far left, bottom far left, you can then click the camera to get to your camera. Wait. Okay, hey guys. And then to do a video, all you have to do is hold down that circle, that middle circle. Okay? Hold down that middle circle to create a photo, to create a video, and just tap the button to take a photo. Okay? And then after that, you can click your story, which is at the bottom left. Cool? Okay. And let's say that you already have your stories posted, right? We talked about the concept of keeping highlights. Highlights are basically these little circles up here, right? You guys see these little circles? So basically, if you think about like a website, right? Those are like different tabs that you might have. So as a real estate agent, you might have a tab that says realtors. You might have a tab that says like happy clients or whatever, reviews, whatever it is. But those are the things that always stay on your profile after the 24 hours. Okay? So the way that you create a highlight is by going into your story, right? And then click the 3 dots at the bottom. Or you see this little circle at the bottom that says highlight? You guys see that? Yeah? You're going to click that circle. And then for you, many of you, you'll just see a circle that says plus and then new underneath. Right? You guys see that? You should be looking at your phones. Once you click new, then you can begin a highlight. Does that make sense? I'm going to do it one more time. You're going to go in your stories. And to go in your stories, you click your profile photo. Okay? Your profile photo is the top left. Okay? Once you click the profile photo, then you have an option at the bottom that says highlights or highlight. You're going to click highlight and then click new underneath. Okay? And also, go ahead.
For the people that didn't post a story, it's not going to appear that.
Yeah.
So maybe you can just do it from the, like, for the archived stories that you have, like from here, use add highlight and just go behind. Because many of them.
If you never posted a story, you won't have an archive.
Yeah. Do you guys want to, well, people who have not posted a story, you guys want to post a story together? So once we have highlights, that's kind of how you get all these things down here. But we went over the topic of how you can grow organically, right? And hashtags are definitely one way to do it, but I want to primarily focus on how Instagram works. And by understanding how Instagram works, we can figure out what kind of posts Instagram wants to push, right? And the reason that I'm honing down so much on Instagram is because right now, that is the best place for organic attention, in my opinion, just based off of the amount of users, okay? A platform like LinkedIn, as Daniel said, or TikTok, if you guys have heard of it, the organic reach is crazy when it comes to percentages, right? But the thing is, those platforms don't have as many users. So right now, when it comes to figuring out all the factors and figuring out where you should invest your time, Instagram is where it's at, in my opinion. But when it comes to LinkedIn, how I'm implementing that strategy, I'm just reposting the same content I put on Instagram on LinkedIn. Okay? So let's go over how Instagram makes money. Does anybody know what kind of business is Instagram. How do they make their money? How do they make their money? Huh? Boosting. Okay, advertisement. What else? That's it. That's the only way they make their money, right? And how do people see ads? How would you see ads? Okay. Huh? Yeah, throw in your feeds, they throw in your stories, right? So, and when are you on your stories and when are you on your feed? You're just using Instagram, right? So Instagram promotes the longer people are on Instagram, right? They want people to spend more time on Instagram because the more time people spend on Instagram, the more money Instagram can make because the more likely you are to see sponsored posts. Does that make sense? Okay. So time is what Instagram cares about. Time on app. So the way that Instagram works, since it doesn't have people looking at everybody's content, right? It has a thing that is called the Instagram algorithm. Have people heard about that? It's like algorithm is like basically how something works, right? The structure of it. Basically, Instagram says if a piece of content does X amount of engagement in a certain time period, that means that it'll push the post more. In another sense, it's if this post is historically doing well, I'm going to promote it more organically because people want to stay on the app, if that kind of makes sense. Another way to put it would be Instagram's trying to figure out which content is the best to show people because they want an advantage in keeping people on the app. Does that kind of make sense? Because keeping people on the app makes them more money. So that's how we have to kind of figure it out. Another thing that Instagram focuses on is adoption, right? Attention is money. The more attention you have, the more adoption you have, the more money you have, right? Let's say Instagram ran the same amount of ads. Would Instagram make more money if they had 1 billion users or 2 billion? 2 billion, right? So adoption of new features, and that's where I want to focus on today. And the new features of Instagram that I want you to focus on is IGTV and Carousel. But this one's a little bit too complicated. So today I want to just focus on carousel posts, okay? You guys don't even have to know what a carousel post is. What is a carousel? Round and round, right? So that's what a carousel post is on Instagram. And does this make sense so far? Does anybody have questions about how Instagram works and then how to play to the algorithm? So I think we should actually skip a step.
I have a question about that.
Yeah.
How does Instagram know what you're looking at? Because there's some content that I didn't even look,
Yeah.
but they give me that feed or that
Yeah.
advertisement.
Yeah.
Like, let's say my daughter's looking at a certain college.
Yeah.
All of a sudden in my Instagram, I'm
Yeah.
seeing all these colleges.
Colleges, right? Well, there's been speculation that these social media platforms listen, but we don't know, right? So don't say bad stuff. But does anybody in here use LinkedIn? Okay, you should look into LinkedIn too, and then maybe I can send you guys all videos about how to use the same content from Instagram onto LinkedIn and stuff like that. But when it comes to your marketing plan, there's an abbreviation that we like to use, AIDA, right? A stands for attention. Okay, this is basically what is the magnet. I'm going to do a little exercise. You guys can all see the screen, right? Yeah? Okay. Okay. Can you guys see these photos right here? Oh, so going backwards, what I just did was I went into the search menu, which is this little magnifying glass at the bottom, and I purely just search real estate. Okay? This is where hashtags comes up. But there's so much competition with hashtags now that you'll just get lost. Focusing on carousels is a way to differentiate yourself. But I want to play this game real quick. Out of these photos, right? And think quick, animalistic. Which one catches your eye the fastest? The girl, okay. Creepies, okay. Okay, girls. What catches your attention? The couch. Why? Color? Okay. The girls, okay. Okay, ready? Wait. Okay, out of these ones, which one catches your attention? The guys. No. The home theater? Okay. But none of them honestly really pop out, right? They're kind of, you guys kind of had to. You guys laugh because you know which one popped out, right? Faces, okay? Let's do one more. Ooh, there's two, right?
Tip 5.
It's the color.
Really? Tip 5, okay, interesting.
And also the bathtub.
Yeah. I agree with you. First, my attention went to the blues, because that calms me. And then the red is like, right? It pops out. So this is basically what people see when it comes to you posting, right? What are you doing to catch people's attention? Because when you hashtag, right, you're competing against KW. You're competing against these girls, red colors, whatever, right? Whatever it is. So it might be hard for you to stand out. But let's see, where's that tip 5? You don't have to be a girl to create tip number 5, right? You don't have to have access to like a beautiful blue luxury bathtub to write tip number 5, right? So going backwards and doing your own research, you can see which thumbnails or which format that we like to use is the next 6 is interest. You're building interest, right? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Because remember, what is the whole point of a carousel post? You're trying to get them to swipe, right? Because then Instagram favors you and will show your content to the people that actually follow you already. Facebook doesn't do that. Okay? LinkedIn, even though it's a good organic search platform, it doesn't really do that either. Okay? The more swipes you get, right, the better it is to do it. And I think this is 2 factors right here. Doing carousel posts, I think it's kind of fun, right? You don't have to put so much effort into like, what am I going to post? It's a little easier in how I think. It's great to grow, and also it engages the audience. Like you guys had fun going through those swipes. The second 2, details. Education, right? We used to put D right after A, okay? If you get what you need, you're done, thank you, right? You got how many swipes? 1, 2. If you put details right away. Does that make sense? So you're putting details at the end, you're educating, you're entertaining them, just like that bullshit photo, right? Where she said bullshit. You're like, ah ha ha, right? Then your last slide is what? Action. You're telling them to do something. So at the end of that post, I'd say, focus on the colors you use on your next thumbnail. And you're like, oh yeah, he was right. And then you build what throughout this whole process? You're building what with your audience? You're building trust. Okay. Does anybody have questions about this? Yeah.
For real estate, as far as the action, can you give us an example that would be the information?
Okay. Let's say you use a carousel post about your latest listing, right? What would you put right away? Let's use a real example. Huh? Okay, like the whole property, right? Like a very beautiful photo of the property. Okay, how can we make it stand out? You can't change the colors of the house, right? Huh? Filter, sure. What color really popped? Blues, red. What else popped out when it came to text? Do you guys remember?
Green?
Not colors. You remember when it said top 5 overlaid with red?
White.
Yeah, so you can use colors that pop out and overlay your first image. Like they might not be like, oh, what is this house in the back? But the whole point is it's a funnel, right? If you don't get people to even click on your photo, they can't even see what your content is. So this is the part that you have to focus on the most, your magnet, right? What is bringing in people? Let's say 100 people see your photo, right? How many of those people will actually click on your photo? Okay? And that's the whole power of social media in general. You're out of everybody that's going onto your Instagram profile and figuring out if they want to buy from you or not, what is the percentage you turn from those viewers into buyers? Okay? Right now, out of 200 people that follow you, you might only have one of them as a potential client, right? But what can we do with Instagram to make that 1%, 2%? Does that make sense? So that's the power of social media. Okay, so we have like a house with like a red overlay with like popping text. Or top 10 things to look for in your next home, right? But you're using a real example of your house. How would you build interest of that house? Or imagine you're giving me a walkthrough in real life, right? How would you build my interest of the house if I'm a potential buyer? Huh?
Focal point of the house.
Yeah, you'd show me the most interesting points of the house, right? You'd be like, here's the bedroom. You can do this here, right? Here's the kitchen. I know you like to cook wherever she is, right? And then you keep going. There's a pool, blah, 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 blah. Then there's details, right? It's educating you or entertaining you about how you can get into buying this piece of real estate, okay? And then your call to action might be, we're hosting an open house this Saturday from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m., right? If you guys just post a photo of, hey, this is the new listing, open house 2 to 4 p.m., how often does that really work? You're not telling a story, right? What's another example? We'll go through another example. Showing a house.
How to put a video on it? Did you video?
Yeah, so the cool thing about carousels, right, is that you can combine a professional setting with like informality, right? Because many of you will say, I don't have a budget or time to have a really good videographer, right? But sometimes the most like intimate kinds of videos builds the most trust, right? If you see someone in their most vulnerable state and you still like them, you trust them more, right? For some. But let's say that we do a video. Does everybody know how to make a video? Okay. So doing a video, you're in the house yourself. You can already say, hey, what's up? We're here at our current listing in Alhambra, right? I want to show you guys blah, 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 blah. Make sure that you come to the open house, whatever. And then you give your own take on it. You say, my favorite part of this house is definitely the entrance, right? Like what would you say to every new client that comes into your open house anyway? What is the first hook that you give them? So adding that personal take, you can use that video as your call to action. And that video is pretty fast to make, right? But if you have all these slides that seem professional using Canva, right? Canva can give you professional graphic design in a second. After you get to that point and you give a more intimate thing with your call to action, that's when it will work. Hope that makes sense. Okay, does anybody have any other questions before we leave? And I'll send you guys like a video version, an audio version, so you can skip around if you need reminders.
once I change my Instagram profile to business or creator,
Yeah.
then it says I have to connect to Facebook
Face-
business page rather than
Yeah.
personal.
You can create a business page on Facebook.
I do have that.
Okay.
But do you recommend just
You,
both have?
you can literally create, it'll guide you through it too. Like if you don't have one, it'll say create a business page. If you don't have a business page, you can just create one that serves as like a filler. No one ever checks that.
Alright, guys. All right.
One more. I love the fact that you focus so much on utilizing Instagram as a tool to save time marketing. So I think a huge thing about mentioning is to schedule your posts and plan and set time.
Oh, can I go over one more thing?
Sure.
Do you guys have like 5 minutes? This is important. Okay, so, because you asked like, how the hell do we actually get like lead gen, right? Does everybody know what direct message is? Okay.
Tell them anyway.
Yep. Okay, so let's say you have 10 people following you, right? Each of these people you want to think as a potential client, right? Even if your audience is small, who has 5 followers? Well, I don't know. Yeah, let's say you have 5 followers, right? Each of those 5 is a potential client, just like in real life. So you always want to have that mindset no matter how big you get. So with those 5 people, right, I want you to DM them, send them a DM. So the way that you do it is you click on that circle on the bottom right, you click on followers, and then let's click on Kevin, okay? Nice page, Kevin. Okay, you see the place that says message, right? I'm gonna send Kevin a message. And I'm not gonna pitch myself. I'm not gonna sell myself. I'm not gonna say, hey, Kevin, I have this new housing that's listed, right? You can give them a question. What can I give for you? What can I do for you, right? I just started this Instagram page about the real estate activities that I do. What would be valuable for you to see? Since they're one of your first, but you're doing 2 things, right? You're doing 2 things. What did you say? I am showing my.
No, I usually say welcome to, I guess we call it SGV housing.
Yeah.
Welcome to the SGV housing community.
Yeah.
Do you need real estate services or whatever you need?
That's too direct,
Yeah,
in my opinion.
Responses from that, yeah.
In my opinion, that's too direct. It's too selling,
Okay.
right? Start a conversation. Say,
So,
hey.
we should look at their profile, find their interests, and just.
No, that's too much.
That's too much work.
It's like flirting, right? No, just kidding. No, like you don't want to go in for the kill. It might be creepy, right? Oh, I saw that you had like a golden retriever. You know, I go to the same place to get it groomed, right? So instead, you can just say, hey.
You're asking.
That's it. You can even say, hey, right? Or you can say, like, I think this is really valuable. You can just say, hey.
But that guy's a realtor. He's going to reply to you immediately.
Huh?
That guy's another realtor. He's going to apply to you.
I know. You have to do some research, right?
Yeah.
But let's say, oh, nice. You already saw it? See how accessible Instagram is? But the thing is, you can do this at scale, right? You can do this from sitting at your home. Thanks. Do you have any questions? What am I doing? I'm following up, right? So every single person that is your initial audience, let's say it's 5 to 10 people, right? Those are people that you met in real life. So stop trying to figure out how to grow organically. You guys are all realtors because you're good at people skills. Hopefully, and if you're not, then work on them, right? Because the more people that you talk to, you say, hey, I show my listings on my Instagram. So I would rather have 30 real people that know me in real life that I can speak to at scale than 50,000 people any day, right? Because the 50,000 people, I say, hey, come to this listing. No one would care if I didn't spend time initially with that core audience, right? So with Kevin, he's already, he saw it, he left me on scene. It's okay, happens.
He didn't understand your question, so the time.
Huh?
He probably just didn't understand that was a question.
There's a typo.
Oh,
Yeah.
do you,
Ah,
I'm tired.
yeah.
This is a question.
You can also
Oh yeah. True. Let's say you had a long night. You're tired, right? You had a long night on Friday. You can hold what you sent. This also goes for, if you're DMing for personal reasons. You can hold the text message. You can copy, unsend, whatever. Then they already saw it,
Say that you deleted them.
Yeah. Wait, this is another cool thing. So let's say that you have an answer that you give frequently, right? Like let's say let me think. Let's say you always talk about, like someone, like in the future they always ask you like, hey, what is your newest listing that's going on? Like once you've already started these conversations, what you can do is, I have a new listing in Alhambra. Make sure you check it out, bro. Okay, so the cool thing that you can do here when it comes to saving time as well, because I'm all about automation, you can hold there, just like unsending, and click the save button. And then you create what is called a shortcut, right? So you can do like 1. Well, it's not working right now. But you can save it as 1, so that in the future you start pressing 1 and it automatically fills for you. So you don't have to, it's even faster than copy and pasting. But I want you to understand that every single person that's following you right now, even though it may be 5 people, 10 people, is extremely valuable. And start conversations with them. No other realtor is reaching out to people through DMs. And if they are, it's a very small number. People are waiting for people to come to them. People are waiting to see their stories. They're waiting for them to see their posts. Reach out to them. Be the first to start that conversation.
And don't try to sell them right away. Actually give them value. Help them out with a little bit. Build a real relationship. And afterwards, maybe they don't need a listing to never in their life, but the brother does, or the grandma does.
Yeah.
So.
And another thing, you saying hey, what are they going to do if they don't remember who you are? They're going to check out your what? Profile, right? Bio, whatever that is. They're going to check out your profile and go to your profile, remind what they do, and they skip all of your listing posts because they already have their 10 houses. But they see your cooking posts, right? Or how to use colors, and they're a graphic designer. They relate to that, and they start a conversation specifically about that. So have a purpose behind every post, and don't be afraid to reach out or be the first one to initiate contact. I think that's really helpful. Besides social media, I think that's helpful for sales in general. Yeah.
So do you think it matters if it's lopsided, like you have more, you're following more than followers?
Those are vanity metrics that you shouldn't care about.
I mean, do you agree with the method of just going and following everybody?
That's a waste of your time.
It's a waste of time.
Yeah, I think you should just really be like, I'm gonna grow every day my Instagram by 10 people. But I'm not gonna grow 10 people by adding hashtags or adding carousel posts even. I'm gonna grow, I grew 10 a day because I was like, Min Dynasty, follow me. Do you know what I mean? It's real connections.
So by growing, you'll follow you.
I want you to go outside and actually talk to real people. You want to know the best way to grow your Instagram? Get the hell out there and talk to people.
How do you add them on the phone though?
Oh, you say, what's your Instagram? See, nowadays, I think Instagram is the modern day business card. People ask for the business card for Instagram more so than your business card. Hey, what's your IG? What's your IG? I'd much rather, most people throw away business cards nowadays. But DM, maybe they'll totally forget about you, but you saw them press follow, and you post a story, right, or a post, then they'll be reminded of who you are.
So, can you go back to your Instagram
really
quickly?
Yes.
And how to add something?
And if you guys need to go, please.
All right, guys, really quick, if you guys have any other questions for MJ on a personal level, feel free to stay, ask him questions or whatnot. And let's all thank him thank him for being here.
Yeah, I have 20 minutes. So you guys can just line up and I'll go through one-on-one questions if you have any.
Oh, I guess there are
Better?
questions for you.
Was that more?
No, that was really good.
Okay.
Thanks guys for coming.
Thank you.